Hi there, and welcome to another Antichrist Analysed video. Something I want to talk about today is this idea that the Antichrist is going to be assassinated during the 7 years of tribulation and then will come back as the devil himself, reincarnated or incarnated. The idea of that comes from this belief that if you take the Man of Sin, that title, and then the Son of Perdition, that title, first of all, in the first 3.5 years of tribulation, the Antichrist will be an actual man, the man of sin, and people will follow him. That's when he supposedly will gain his reputation. And then he will be assassinated, apparently. Now, the verse that people point to find that is in Revelation 13, verse 3, which talks about one of the beasts' head had been fatally wounded, but then had been healed. Well, this doesn't necessarily apply to the Antichrist or any future interpretation. Some have suggested that John had in mind here the mythology that when Nero died, the Emperor Nero, there was this fear that he was going to be raised from the dead because he had horrifically persecuted the Christian church, and people were worried that he was going to come back to life. So that's what that verse probably is referring to. But even then, if it's not referring to that, it has nothing to do with the Antichrist being assassinated. I don't even see that in the text of within the world of the book of Revelation. But then the idea then is that after he is assassinated, he is then incarnated as Satan in the flesh. He transitions from the man of sin to the son of perdition as Satan. Well, the problem with that interpretation is that Satan always works through people, actually. Like the beast in Revelation 13 comes under the dragon. The dragon sort of gives authority and power to this beast. But remember, the dragon is a separate entity from the beasts. Also, the devil works through animals, like he worked through the serpent in Genesis 3. He entered the mind of Judas in the Gospels. Jesus also said to Simon Peter, "Get behind me, Satan." So there is this idea that Satan influences people. It never says that it is the Satan will be the Antichrist. And also even in the Man of Sin text in 2 Thessalonians 3, where people get this son of perdition idea, it also talks about the man of sin is not Satan because Satan is influencing this man. So I think all of this disproves that this idea that he's going to rule, be assassinated, and then come back to life. But also, just go back to my other videos and where you'll see that this idea of if there is this 7 year of tribulation, because I don't believe there is, or there will be. It's just a misunderstanding and a misinterpretation of Daniel 9, where people stop the prophetic clock after the 62nd week. It makes more sense that those final 7 years happened right after the 69th week, 490 years in total. There is no reason to stop that prophetic clock. So we can just disprove this chronological countdown one layer at a time. There is no such thing as the Antichrist. There is no such thing as the 7 years of tribulation.